news is Friday, March 6th. The market does not look good today. Had a lot of selling. We're about 2.5 hours into the trading session. You can see how this long bar right here is trying to test the low from last Friday. We've seen selling into the close on Fridays. A lot of nervousness with the coronavirus. Asset managers are very passive. They're pulling their bids. Traders want to hit the exit. So we typically see a lot of selling on Fridays. Monday, Tuesday, the bid starts to strengthen, and then we see a little bit of a bounce. And then just in time for the weekend, we start seeing some more selling. So I thought that we might close around the 200-day moving average. I expected us to stay up right around this 312 level or so and then to drift back down today. Didn't happen. The Fed lowered interest rates this week, 50 basis point cut, huge cut. They were expecting that investors would be nice and calm and that they would see that as a safety net. Had exactly the opposite effect. Everybody started getting really spooked. What do they see that I don't see? The coronavirus is starting to spread nationwide. So we're seeing geographic areas where there's even panic buying. People are clearing out shelves of soup and hand sanitizer and face masks. So there is definitely a lot of panic out there right now. We see a lot of businesses canceling their conventions and conferences. They're restricting foreign travel. So the airline stocks, the travel stocks are getting hit very, very hard. We can expect today we'll probably end up testing that low from last Friday. And I expect us to keep drifting lower and drifting lower as the day unfolds. We're going to put up the M5 5-minute chart. You can see how the market is starting to come in. I am short right now, and I'll show you why I got short and when I got short. I'm going to take off these moving averages, get them out of the way, and I'm going to put up my 10P indicator so you can see that. This is the only thing I use to trade the S&P 500. You can see how it was giving us this nice cross early. That was a decent buying opportunity, so we took advantage of it. And I'm going to show you all the trades that I did. I bought Lilly, I bought TWOU, and I bought VIPS. I made money on all three of those. And once we started to have this crest right in here, I had mentioned to everybody I'm looking to short RCL, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. Man, did that turn out to be a great trade. And when we had this cross right here, and we had this upward sloping trend line that was violated, I started getting short in here. I am short JPM right now. We'll take a look at that as well. So there are opportunities, but you have to be very nimble. As far as swing trading, I tell most of you, you should be on the sidelines because market conditions have been extremely volatile. So let's go into the chat room. I just want to show you what I did today. Started off with my morning comments right in here. And you can see I was short V and I covered that very quickly. I still think Visa is probably a good short. And there I'm commenting on how strong UAL is. We had a nice bounce. RCL was good. BTIA is another stock that I featured a couple days ago. That looked good. There's my long in Lilly. Made really nice money. Market bouncing. Going to continue to scroll through. Took a nice gain in Lilly there. I just want you to see that these are real trades. Long VIPS, long TWOU. You can see the timestamps here. And these are not cherry picked trades. I'm showing you everything that I've done so that you can get an appreciation for this trading system. It really works, and this is what we're doing. So here you can see that I'm casting a warning right here. Look, folks, we got this big spike in 10P, upward sloping trend line. We're in the gap, but we've seen this before. Beware. And if we start coming below this line, I'm going to start shorting. So I'm going to continue to go down. Short RCL, check this timestamp. That was 90 minutes into trading. And we'll take a look at that chart in just a second. You can see the money that we've been making. So should have my RCL exit here very soon. And I might have scrolled past it. And even if I did, that's okay. I'm going to continue to go down. Short JPM. There you can see that that was posted about 25 minutes ago. And I'm going to conclude with that because now we're going to take a look at those stocks. Let's see what they did. First of all, SPY is continuing to come in, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. How would I manage this trade with 20-point S&P moves in 5-minute bars? Well, I'm trading smaller size for one, very, very important. For two, you can use something as simple as a downward sloping trend line like that. As the market continues to come in, that line will continue to come down and it will act as a trailing stop. If the line and the market starts to really fall off here, I can always pick another point to get a little bit of a steeper trend line, and that will actually be a more passive approach to managing profits because I will get stopped out quicker and the market won't be able to move as much. You can see how it's still coming in. This is a big cross and a big drop. This is telling us there's trouble ahead. Even though we have the 1OP indicator crossing and moving higher, this is a bearish divergence. Market continuing to go down, indicator continuing to go up. This tells me that when it finally crests and it rolls over, that next sell signal is going to be a really good one. So we're going to keep this up in the background, but I want to show you some of the other stocks that came up this morning and what we did. I started off with the trade on Lilly, started to see that market strength, bought Lilly in here, got some nice price action to the upside, exited that trade. I had mentioned Lilly yesterday in the video. The market has had an absolute bloodbath, and if you trade relative strength, you can be on the wrong side of the market and have time to get out of the position. Lilly is a classic example. If you held that overnight, you had a chance to get out and scratch that trade today, move on to another trade. So relative strength and relative weakness, that is a huge edge. An option stalker helps us find that. This is just one of the searches that we use. And I'll see if I can pick maybe a stock or two out of there. Heavy buying, another great search. So in any case, LLY was a really nice trade. I also got on VIPS early today. I started to see it have relative strength in here. I'm going to put the 1 OSI indicator up. Orange line above 0 equals relative strength, and you can see the relative strength right in there. So I bought it here, sold it there. That was a nice one. TWOU, I got out of a little bit early. We had it bumping up and bumping up against this resistance level right here, and you can see the relative strength. I ended up getting out of the trade. Members in the chat room held on to it. Man, was that a nice one. They had about $1.50 pop on that almost instantly. Really wild stock, though, starting to come in a little bit right now. But early on, we could see that relative strength in those long tails under body. So very nice trade there as well. So three winners on the long side. RCL. I set a trend line alert on RCL right here at that support. I saw a couple tails under body. As soon as it broke below that support, I got a pop-up alert, told everybody I'm short RCL. That was about a $4 move that I captured in about 20-25 minutes. We had some people buying puts in the chat room as well. Those were doubles at least on those options. So really nice trade on RCL. JPM, I'm currently short. That stock should be coming in very nicely. I'm short right up in here on that breakdown. So that's been really nice. I've got probably $1 gain in that one so far. Plus, I'm short the SPY. I think it's going to continue to come in today, folks. I wish I had better news for you. I know it's getting scary out there. We're starting to see some panic, and consumer behavior is really what's driving the market right now. And it's a vicious cycle because companies are starting to prevent travel for their employees. They're having some of their employees stay home. So that's kind of feeding into the panic. Companies are actually starting to shut down some of their operations. People are spending less. They're staying home. So this is, even if the virus itself were not that dangerous, that consumer behavior pattern that's changing is going to have an impact on the market. And I've been reading reports. I suspect that coronavirus has been around here for a long time. China didn't even stop travel for a long time after they already knew that it was a problem. And that's why I think that you're seeing cases pop up here in the United States here and there. It's been around for quite a while, but 80% of the people who get the virus don't show any symptoms, and their body and their immune system is able to fight it off. So the 20% that do get the virus, for 3% of them, it is fatal. So that's really the number that everyone is focusing on. And not everyone contracts the virus either. So, but the focus has been on that 3.5% mortality rate. And that's what's got everybody so panic stricken right now. So I'm just speaking in terms of market reaction and market implications. So for right now, I see the market coming down. We're likely to challenge this low of the day. We've seen a similar pattern just like yesterday. Market gaps down. We start to find some support. We rally, rally, rally. Oh, here we go. We're in the gap. We're in the gap now. Oh, great. Everything's fine. We should fill in the gap. Well, that's what normally would happen, except it hits a brick wall. And then you get this upward sloping trend line right here. And then you get a 10p violation like this, sell signal right in there. When you get both of those, look out below. And that's where we're at right now. Exactly the same pattern. Big spike in 10p, upward sloping trend line violated. Now we get the market decline. This indicator is worth the price of option stalker. I've spent 10 years developing this indicator. It's really incredible. So if you're a day trader, you day trade the S&P 500, you should come in and check it out. So let's go in and take a look at a couple of stocks. It's going to be very, very hard for me to find anything that we want to be long today. On the short side, I think you can be short banks. Banks have been absolutely pounded. And we'll go into that daily chart. So you could start getting some. This is JPM. This is the largest bank in the world. Look at this drop in here. Once it got through that 200-day moving average, it's down on major horizontal support, but there's really not much in the way right now. Everybody is just dumping these bank stocks, BAC. You can go right down the list. Same deal. BAC, Goldman Sachs has been weak. Those are all excellent shorts. Uh, you've also got all the different travel stocks that you can short. RCL I showed you earlier. Let's take a look and see what we've got on the short side. You're going to have so much to pick from because of the market momentum currently. So I'm going to take a look and see if we've got heavy selling that flags anything. ZM has been a super, super strong stock. So that one's starting to show some signs of weakness in here. You can see the strength. We've been day trading this on the long side. This has been strong on the notion that companies were going to do a lot of teleconferencing and that they would keep people home because of the coronavirus. What happens on a lot of these strong stocks like this one is that investors start to look at their portfolio and they go, well, I don't want to sell that. It's down so much. I don't want to sell that. It's down so much. Well, what's up? Oh, hey, there's one that's up. Let's get rid of some of that. And so they take profit. So even stocks like this, Netflix has been super strong, and I noticed that it was starting to weaken. See, there you go. Eventually, the baby gets thrown out with the bathwater. You've got this upward sloping trend line on Netflix that's been breached, long tails above body. It would have to get down through this horizontal support level, but I think Netflix could start seeing some selling pressure. It has been unscathed to this point. Watch it. That could be a good short. Let's take a look at that 5-minute chart and see if that's setting up for us. Yeah, it sure is. It's down on the low of the day right now, and you're starting to see some relative weakness, orange line below zero. So, yeah, I would be very cautious on Netflix. That might actually be a good short. So, I've outlined some decent shorts for you. Boeing, you can see on here. Take a look at that. Double top, lower high through this horizontal support level. Boeing could go down easily. As long as you're short the market, I think you're going to be on the right side of the trade. You can even be short SPY, but if you are short SPY, you have to do smaller size because of those volatile moves. I don't see the market really coming up for air today until maybe the last half hour of trading. So stay on the short side. I can't really give you too much in the way of longs. There are some decent biotech companies who are working feverishly to try and find a vaccine for the coronavirus. Those might be decent plays. We'll go in and take a look and see if we got anything on Pot Bull. CTSO, I saw that one earlier today. This stock has been strong. It's starting to give in a little bit, but still up for the day. Take a look at that daily chart. I don't see anything I like much there. CERS, yes, nice upward sloping trend line. We've got it breaking out to a new relative high. It's a $5.50 stock. Take a look at the daily chart. Yeah, this one could go on any kind of pullback. You want to have support. You want to see it hold that prior day's high right in there. And then if it starts to show signs that it's going to go higher when the market is going down, you could probably buy this one and maybe look to make 10 or 15 cents on it. See how easy it was to find that? We're going to heavy buying, see if we see anything there. These are all contra ETFs. Take a look here real quick for relative strength. Biomarin. Some of these are just short covering bounces. Penn Gaming, Intel. Not really. I don't see anything here that tells me that it needs to be bought on a day like today. I gave you the better names: TWOU, VIPS, LLY. Those are the three that I would focus on for the long side, and I would not carry any longs over the weekend. I think you'll have plenty of opportunity to come in Monday and buy those. On the short side, SPY, JPM, RCL, any of the bank stocks should be able to work today. I think you're going to see continued selling into the close. Deep breathe, everyone. Deep breathe deeply, everyone. This is going to pass. If you're a long-term investor, you are going to take some pain along the way. If you're a swing trader, I think you should be on the sidelines right now. We've got 4 bullish put spreads that are going to expire today. And I got to tell you, we're so far out of the money on all of these that it's still been very, very nerve-wracking to watch these. We don't have any swing trading positions on right now. As far as day trading, you have to really pick your windows of opportunity. We're focusing on stocks with relative strength and relative weakness, and we're using those as surrogate market positions. So when we see a reversal coming, right now, I'd be looking for a reversal, and I'd be looking for those stocks with relative strength. And then when the market rallies and we get this 1OP bearish cross, that's when I'd be looking for a reversal to the downside and focusing on those short stocks. In total, I really am weighted more toward the short side today. It is a Friday. Hang in there. Thank God it's Friday. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday morning. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers, and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.